I'm just about to get out of this scalp I'm in on this demo. I sold the new highs here for the last 20 pips, 25 pips, something selling up there. So I got stopped out of the first 10 pip window. But this doesn't move as big as the pound, so the pound was a different story. Same thing. New highs hit, and about to hit the take profit key within the next 5 pips here. We come back to the breakout point, and that scalp's over for the day. But I laid that whole thing in before I went to sleep. Added a few in case we went up here, and that was about it. I mean, it's pretty stupid. Waiting for a few more pips here, bottom of the hour possibly. Here's the daily chart, and I'm going to go to the 4 hour, and it's in uptrend. And on the 1 hour, it's got almost the perfect buy. So I'm going to buy back my shorts right now. Which I normally do right here at this new low on the 15. So I'm taking all the scalps off. See, they're still getting out. See, this broker's slow. Okay, so it's out. Now, I got all these sells up here, and I just leave those and go back to sleep typically because if it goes up, I want to sell up there again. So I could have made about 30 bucks. I missed a few bucks there because I'm just gonna go do something else. That's a scalp, but that was it. You sell the high today. Now you could have rode that, and maybe in 3 weeks from now it'll be down at. But the problem is it's an uptrend. Been an uptrend for the past. That was the scalp. So is that if you actually I missed the scalp here earlier. So I woke up. I could have dumped the whole thing. This was the dump zone. So basically, this is what the whole system is based on this. Somebody wanted to know my trading system, and it's just selling. It's going to sound really stupid, but it's selling new highs, and it's buying new lows. So the if you go to the 1 hour chart, like you're actually selling. This is a great scalp just because you're selling up in the unbelievable zone. And here you'd be selling. Now this isn't going to fill for a while, but the next trade to come is, well, just selling all the way up. But there's going to be a real easy scalp right off of this. Yeah, that's going to be the tippy top. 108.17. Do you ever think now if you bought down here and you got stopped out on this wick, you got to be pissed off if you got stopped out. Yeah, these poor guys at Empowered Trading, you know, every time I go there, I'm just amazed that they still haven't figured out what's going on in these markets, looking for these bat patterns. I get the fact that if you've been bit by a snake, you're going to look for snakes for the rest of your life. But, boy, at some point, you know, with all the money they're making, you'd think they could get into therapy or something and be detuned from that. And then I heard the name Mark Douglas brought up. I may have to tape their video, go over their video and tape it for entertainment purposes and for a learning session, because the guy refers to trading psychology. Meanwhile, they're talking about how to read a chart, and it's like, how to read a chart? How do you see Mother of Mary on a Ritz cracker, right? You're just seeing what you want to see. Absolute joke. I think it's stopped out. Then this is the second time I've heard this phrase over there. Go to your go-to trade if you're losing money. Huh? Why don't you just go to your go-to trade all the time and make money? Oh, because I've got this fancy idea that I want to do where I project an outrageous target. There's no outrageous targets. And then at the end, to top it off, what does he say? I'm going to get short the market here, but Draghi's supposed to speak. So I told myself after I lost money, I'll never trade Draghi. Okay, you got to go overcome that, right? You know, if you've ever had your, you know, just because I know I met people like this, they say, I can't drink this certain thing because I threw up drinking that. I'm like, well, come on. Buck up. Toughen up, man. I had a friend that couldn't listen to a certain piece of music because it reminded him of something. I go, yeah, I guess so. I mean, if you were gang raped while listening to, foot stomping music by Humble Pie, then okay, but it's still a good song. Can't you overcome that for the song? So psychologically, so he talked about psychology. Well, you can see from the beginning of anybody's view of the market, their psychology, not accepting that they're only going to make 12 pips on this trade. They're not going to make 120 pips. I don't even know why these guys are sucking these people in with these 2,400 pips. And then I met this guy that said, oh, well, we count pips different. Like, it's for each ticket. I go, well, with that case, I'm making millions of pips, right? Because like, all these baby tickets out there. So he's counting each ticket. I was like, what? I'm like, how did you make that many pips today? You just traded one direction. He goes, well, each ticket, made 20 pips on each ticket, and I had that together. Like, oh, boy. Oh, boy. Anyways, waiting for the bottom of the hour. See, but I just scalp out of this, tempted to just get out right there at the very edgy edge of the market because I just don't want to mess with the. Like, how short-lived are these moves? Honestly, it's a counter-trend trade. So the buying right here, this is my strategy. It seems really ridiculous, but it's like playing chicken on the highway. Nobody wants to do that. Is that really a good plan? What are you going to do today, son? I'm going to go out and I'm going to show what a man I am. I'm going to drive the opposite way. I mean, I'm going to drive into somebody. And the first person that blinks, right? How about the blink contest? Here's a great entry on the 1 hour trend bot. No top bottom, but you've got the buy stops get filled. Okay, we're waiting for another slam north here to get filled on the limits that should last another 12 hours or another. Now, if you really wanted to micro speculate, you'd be dropping like a baby drop like this. It's going to buy, say, right at this doji, 5 pips. That's 5 pips spread. Here's a ticket. I think I wrote some super tights. Super tight. Skin tight. This 8 pip stop in a 2 pip zone. Okay. It's 2 tickets though. 1 hour. 8 pip stop at the 10-yard line. 3 tickets spread over a 2 pip range, 8 pip stop. So if you want to trade the bounce off the 10-yard line, that's what it looks like. And your stop's way down here at the hell, 8 pips. That's a 10 pip grid. So yeah, I mean, now here, maybe a buy stop here and a buy limit there, but yeah, they're going to take it up. So I'd buy like this. 1 hour. Right? Stack them in. Here's a 7 pip stop. A little tighter. And, yeah, we're not a tight pants family. Here's 16 pip range. Now this is my clusterfuck scalper. 16 pip range, 5 pip stop. It's getting stopped out. That's 1 hour. And then here is the super greedy 2x2. 5 pip stop to make 12. So all these orders coming in here look like crazy on the platform, but there you go. There's a stop for each. So technically, it has a hard 3 pip stop on that. And that's 4 hours though. Now if you put those down here like this, imagine way down here, you have to imagine This is the John Lennon trade. You 10 pips stop, but it's going to bounce to here, right, later on today. Like here. You're looking for a spot. It's in an uptrend on the Hakanashi. See, here's a 2x2. Right at that wick, that's where people's stops are. Or the robots have put them there based on what people told them to do. You know, robots only doing... When the robots take over, you only have yourself to blame because you built the code here. Super eager buy is like that. And so that's how you buy pullbacks. You put your orders in the cloud. If you think this is the cloud. If you're a cloud trader, you know, I'm sorry, that if you've been sucked into the cloud, Borg, if you've been assimilated by the cloud, then by all means, put your sell limits in the cloud and your buy limits in the cloud. And it depends how big your cloud is. This looks like a high risk entry here, but hey, I'm not in yet, so now here you could go by price. If you take all the sell limits out, scanning for the first buy limit fill. Okay, so that's it. There's nothing you can do about it but wait. Now there's 2 minutes before the bottom of the hour. It could get smashed down, so we'll wait for the bottom of the hour, see what happens. Stock market's supposed to open up here in 25 minutes, and not much excitement. I got filled a few orders down here and just cashed out back into the center of the middle of the road there. Still haven't taken out the high of the day, and just reloaded the gun here for another retap, possibly down there. So just before the market opens, the stock market, I get filled down here, and I'm about to scalp out at the bottom of the hour. I should be getting out something here. Oh, I put stops in. So this is where I added stops to the demo. I'm using this, trying to make 21 pips here on a stop. I'm going to exit on the 5-minute train here just before the stocks open. So I'm dumping everything I'm in. I'm underwater on these bad. These are the stop entries. Okay, so I go totally flat here. There, totally out. Okay, waiting for another slam dance. Go back to the big picture, so to speak. We still have possibility of taking out the high of the day and going down again and going to uncharted water again.